Hey guys, just a video to update you on the channel as well as talking about a few of the RuneScape 3 updates. Not sure many of you will be happy, or some of you maybe, but we'll get onto that later. So to start off with, the most important thing, Can Manu. Well, I don't want to talk about it too much because it's a private issue, so I'm just gonna say, well, Can Man has to go on a little break. He has exams until the end of January, so he'll be gone for at least 3 weeks, possibly more. It's not really certain what's going to happen at this point. Don't worry, it's nothing serious, but he just can't come, probably can't come anyway, until that period of time. So at least until the 1st of February he won't be able to come on or make any vids because he's got exams. And talking of which, I've also got exams. So I've got exams from, well, only for 2 days, but next week, so I won't be making another vid for at least 8 to 10 days. So yeah, that's basically the two most important things, so I just got them out the way. Let's move on to the other stuff. So the big update of the week has been Player Imports version 2. Here they've added 3 new adventurers into the game and 2 new regions to the game. So for those of you with a comp cape, that means that you need to get the Forgotten Scrolls for the new cape, the Reef Walker cape, to be able to wear your comp cape again, your untrimmed comp cape, that is. This is probably obvious. Why? Because the comp cape is the best cape in games, so you must have unlocked all the other lesser capes, shall we say, before you get it. And if you want the trimmed comp, unexpectedly, well, expectedly shall we say, you gotta unlock all the new regions, so both the new regions as well as doing the Eastern Curiosity storyline, which is a new storyline unlocked. There are 300 new voyages and 3 new skills: hunter, cooking and construction, which look pretty cool, and 2 new trade goods as well as a couple of new resources, I do believe. It looks pretty good. I mean, there's nothing more to say. I'm looking forward to getting the cape myself because it looks pretty good, and I hope it's the best cape in game, and also the ring and the Deathloader's darts. I don't think many people will be using these, but they do look pretty good. I might go and try them out for a video or just for my own enjoyment. Yeah, that's all there really is to say about the new player imports. I just can't wait to get stuck in and unlock all the new regions as well as the storylines, because I'm really interested in the storylines. I've been following the storylines closely. It's been a while since I did any of the stories, so yeah, I don't really remember what happened. Should probably catch up, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so they made it so that you can repair PoP gear with surplus trade goods. Now this is a good move, I think, by Jagex, because I've stockpiled a ton of trade goods since I unlocked all the items and haven't really been using them for anything. Well, nothing unless it was spices. That's it, spices. So this is a good move by Jagex. You no longer have to actually spend your own money, GP, to repair them. You can repair it with surplus trade goods, so that's good. And there's a new person called a trader, who will sell you trade goods for resources. So yeah, every day. Okay, now onto the big one for most of you guys, PVMers, shall we say, Nex. Now you can make your instance Nex fights, your own instance Nex fights, in the way that you could for every other GWD boss. It costs 800k an hour, I do believe, and yeah, I think this is a good move. I'll no longer get crashed, but on the other hand, it is a bad move in the sense that Nex items are likely to crash because there'll be more items coming into the game, because there's no longer a limit on how many people can kill Nex at a time. You can just make an instance and go, but I don't think many people will make an instance because it's 800k. It's not cheap by any means, unless you're super rich, which I'm definitely not. I'll talk about that later. So Nex will also enter a deflect magic stance into a deflect range stance on every other fight. Now this is a big thing. This has caused seismics and Virtus 1 book to crash, as well as Virtus armor as well, slightly, but more the weapons. this is because people used to just use seismics and verters at Nyx. I mean, she was so weak to magic. There was no what do you call it, barrier to using magic. I mean, no drawback to using magic. You could just absolutely tear her. It was so easy. If you saw our episode 8, Doth Thou Even Expert, it was so easy. We got 100 kills just using magic. Now, because they've added deflect magic instead of deflect range all the time throughout the whole kill, on every other kill, shall we say, well, randomly toggled on and off. Because they've done that, I do believe it will make Nyx harder and change people's tactics, which is for the better, I guess, because, you know, it should be a hard boss. It shouldn't just be a grind kill the same way every kill. So yeah, I support this for that reason, but there is a different reason which I'll come to in a bit. So I support it, but yeah, I'm interested to see what the new tactics will be. I do believe like Dragors will be used more often, as well as Ascensions, which are going up quite a lot. So yeah, I'm interested to see that, and also she'll recolor her wings according to which style she's deflecting, a bit like the Dagonoth Mother, and the Virtus wand and book now degrade the same way as other Virtus and other Nyx items, so that's good as well. Finally, the final update is that the Royal Crossbow no longer recharges by the Forging Fire attack, so instead of going to the QBD and the 4th phase to recharge it, which is basically free, you're going to have to use a Royal Crossbow component on the crossbow, which is quicker, but it costs you money. And I guess it's a money sink, I'm not really sure. But that's also a debatable move, shall we say, by Jagex. Finally, it is time for me to cry, guys. Well, not literally, but close to it. Okay. So it all started when I bought, if you remember, you might want to check Doth Thou Even Next Bro episode 8. If you remember, I bought a seismic singularity for 700 mil, like way back in December, in the middle of December, and yeah, I bought it for that much. We used it for our next series, and I didn't want to sell it because at the time, on the 19th of December, it crashed about 40 mil to 50 mil, fluctuating thereabouts. So it was around 640 to 660 mil. And the reason for this, which I didn't know until now, was that, if you can see the post, Mod Dean posted something that says, we will sort out the fact that Mage Crit can't be beaten by other classes. So that will obviously mean that Mage Crit is going to be depowered, or relatively depowered compared to others, and the range buff is going to be well, repowered, shall we say. So yeah, range was going to get buffed, and people knew about this. I didn't know about it. Only a few people know about it, evidently, because only the singularity only crashed a slight amount, and people weren't sure. I mean, like, it wasn't like the update came out. It's just something that Mod Dean had said. If it was any other mod, like forum mod, then it wouldn't have happened. But he was a J mod, so yeah. He said that, so people started selling their seismic singularities and the wand, I guess, but haven't really looked into the wand business. Anyway, so the singularity crashed, and I didn't want to sell it. I wanted to wait until it got back up. It didn't go back up, but I kept wanting to wait. Now with the next update, it crashed around 100 mil in 12 hours since its release. Now, yes, I had the singularity at that time, so did Can, but his was duped, so yeah, he wasn't as, you know, sad about this as I was, so it basically crashed a lot, and I sold it for 580 around a few hours after the update came out, and then I thought, wait a minute, what if it goes up again, because it's crashed so much. It's crashed almost 100 mil, it can't crash anymore. So I bought it again as soon as I sold it for the same amount, so 580 mil. And then it crashed another 100 mil overnight. And it kept crashing until it was, what was it? 435. So I sold it for 435. Well, Can sold it for 450. I didn't want to lose any more money. By this point, I was extremely depressed. So he sold it for 450. I thought it might go up a bit, so I held on to it for a little bit longer, but it went down. So I sold it for 435. The next day, I see the price and it went go up to 480, 490, and now finally, as I'm making this video, it's at 518 or something like that. 518 mil, guys. So I just sold the Singularity for its lowest ever price. Well, since lowest as for as long as I can remember. So from 660 odd, right after the update, it went down to 435. That was its very, very lowest, pretty much its lowest price, and now it's at 520 or something. So I sold it for 435, guys. 435 mil. I lost 300 mil because I bought the V-Buck as well, because obviously with the duping of the Singularity, if you haven't looked, I recommend you check out the story in Tosta even next for episode 8. With the duping of the Singularity, we lost the V-Buck for the series, so I bought it again just for the series to keep in Can's next tab, so that we have all the items we've got so far, and also used it in the episode just to show the prices and show all the items there. So I don't want to sell it until this happened, and then it crashed 30 mil. So I lost 300 mil. Fortunately, I didn't sell the book. I mean, I still have it with me and it's rising the same way that Singularity is rising. So I guess I saved a little bit of money, but I lost almost 300 mil, guys. I am very sad today, guys. I'm very sad. So what I decided to do was use the money, so about 450 mil. This is just a rough plan I'm having. See if I get lucky at Ascension. So buy a ton of keys, go there, get 12 signets to make 2 crossbows. So far, as I'm making this vid, I've only got 1 signet, which happened the fastest it's ever happened. So if you remember in Road to Ascension crossbow series with Sumo, the fastest signet was in 30 odd kills, the Tertius signet. This one I got in 27 kills, the Primus signet. So it's a good start, I guess. I hope it keeps up. I need to be very lucky to not make a loss again, but yeah, rebuilding time, guys, and that means that yeah, I won't be doing too much PVM, also because Can isn't here to do the next series, so yeah. However, guys, Canman has almost finished editing Search for Seismic episode 1, so I don't know if he'll be able to release it but before he comes back from his exams, but he's certainly almost done it, so he should be able to release it. Fingers crossed he can release it before his exams finish, which is 3 weeks. So yeah, you guys don't have to wait that much. And also, finally, just to round it off, as Canmanu, my dear friend, eloquently put it in response to my 300 mil loss ranting, shit happens. Yeah, I didn't swear very much, but I think it was called for there. Yeah. Thanks, guys. I shall see you later. In 10 days or so after my exams, guys.